My name is Dr. Mark Jones. I'm 52 years old, I'm unmarried, and I've been a psychiatrist for the better part of 30 years. I've always wanted to be a psychiatrist. Ever since I was a young man, I've always been curious about why people do the things that they do. So I decided to become a psychiatrist as a way of trying to understand the human mind. I've had a lot of patients over the years. Some of them had their issues, such as psychological or emotional issues, which could be easily fixed with help from a great psychiatrist, such as myself. But my last patient, she's the one that I'll never forget. Her name was Sarah Cutter. She was a 10-year-old farmer's daughter. She had black hair and maroon eyes. Sarah was sent to me for murdering her father with a knife. I heard that when the police questioned Sarah about why she did it, she just looked at them and smiled with an evil grin on her face, as if she was proud of what she had done. I did my best to try to get Sarah to open up and tell me why she killed her father, but she never said a word. She just sat in her chair, smiled, and stared at me with her big maroon eyes. It was so creepy. It felt as if she was staring right into my soul. Can you imagine what it feels like to have a little girl with black hair and maroon eyes staring at you for so long without saying a single word or even blinking? It was unnerving. I tried everything that I could think of to get Sarah to talk to me, but she just wouldn't say anything. I was Sarah's psychiatrist for over a year, and I couldn't get anything out of her. And that's when I decided that it was time for her to get a new therapist. One day, while Sarah was in my office, I told her, "I'm sorry, Sarah, but I'm afraid that today is going to be our last session. I've done all that I can do for you. I hope that you understand."
As usual, Sarah sat in her chair, and she smiled without saying a word. Then, all of a sudden, Sarah got out of her chair. She slowly walked over to me, and she whispered something in my ear. What Sarah said was so horrible that I'll have to paraphrase it as best as I can. Brace yourself. Here's what she told me from my perspective. "Before you go, Dr. Jones, I'm going to tell you my little secret. I'm going to tell you the real reason why I killed my father. You see, Dr. Jones, when I was 8 years old, I saw my father get into an accident on our farm. My father accidentally cut himself on some barbed wire while he was working out in the field. Ever since that day, when I saw my father's blood come out of his arm, I thought that it was so cool that I wanted to see more of it. I wanted to see more of my father's blood. I wanted to watch it all come out of his body like a gush of fresh water. It was so refreshing. Is that so wrong, to want to watch my father's blood come out of his body? Is it? Because I don't think so. Do you?"
After Sarah made her confession to me, she walked back over to her chair, sat back down, and she smiled at me, as if she hadn't done anything wrong. I found Sarah's confession to be utterly disturbing. She had absolutely no empathy or remorse for killing her father. After treating her for over a year, I came to the conclusion that Sarah Cutter was a sociopath, and I had her committed to a state mental hospital in Cleveland, where she remains to this day. As for me, I was so disturbed by the confession of my patient that I retired from my job as a psychiatrist so that I could tell this story without having to worry about doctor-patient confidentiality privileges. This was the story of my most disturbing patient of all. and her name was Sarah Cutter.